Hey everyone, Sami here with T3 Live. Just wanted to come on and do a quick lesson while we're on lunch break. Happy Friday all, I hope you're doing well. In trading, we often talk about doing trades that are so obvious that they jump out at you, right? We say if it doesn't jump out at you, it's probably not there. And while that's true, that we do need to do the simple, easy stuff, there's actually an assumption being made there, and the assumption is that you actually know what you're doing and what you're looking for. Because the truth is, in trading, what looks really good, what looks too good, often is. It's often too good to be true. The market really doesn't pay you to do what's comfortable, what's easy. If it did, everybody would be a trader, everybody would be making money. One of the sayings, the very, very common sayings in trading is buy low, sell high. Well, that saying is often wrong. It's more true, what works in trading often is buy high and sell higher, because buying high, that's not easy. Let's say the stock moved up a lot. Now it's not easy to buy it because it's moved up a lot, right? But that's often what works, is buying high and selling higher. Buying low and trying to sell higher, buying low leads to lower prices typically. So again, very common sayings that you hear, buy low, sell high. Well, that's true. That works in certain instances, as when the stock goes climactic. But an example would be the TRVG today. Somebody asked me about this in the room, in the black room, if it's a long or not, right? That's not a long. Even though it maybe looked okay as a buy setup, look, it was at the lows, right? That's not a good bullish sign. And I know it was an easy, stock had dropped a lot, almost $1 from the highs, so it looked a little tempting for the untrained eye, really. That's not a good long, right? And it crashed. GLBS, I think, also. Well, GLBS had its own issues, but also at the lows, got sold right at the open, based at the lows. How did that breakout work? Didn't work at all. What works is, again, most often something like this, based at the highs, and then you play it long, right? RDUS. There are times, again, when you can play the bottom, like I did what was it, Vico today. That's kind of at the bottom, right? Long, but there was something interesting about it, which is it broke down and failed. Does that make sense? And the stock was down a lot already. It was a novice gap down. To some extent, it was really an in-between gap. But you see what I mean? Something like this, okay, that's fine to do, because it was a novice type gap, and the stock showed us something, showed us a failure, a breakdown, and then failure. And then something like the DEA I'm looking to play. It's basing right at the lows. I just told you not to play something that's basing at the lows. That looks tempting. It looks tempting because it makes us feel good about ourselves buying at the lows, right? Because you're getting the best price, better than anybody else. So it makes you feel like you know what you're doing, that you're smarter than everybody else. But again, it's often not a good thing. In this case, maybe it's okay though, because it had a shakeout. That's what's known as a shakeout, right? So over 60 might actually be okay. Here's the Vico, by the way. That's the Vico today. Just two trades. The AOBC didn't work at the open. Tried it twice, didn't work. And then on the run up, I couldn't get filled. I mentioned it in the room under 84. And then I probably could have gotten in it later on, right here. I just couldn't get filled. Popped back up, but I had already moved on, so I wasn't watching it at that point. Working beautifully. So that was the one that I lost on. But the Vico, again, buying low and selling higher, but there's a reason why I did it, right? What was this trade yesterday we did in the black room? It was called by Ifan. Ifan is a moderator in the room. Oh, it was the NCS. NCS, right? That kind of had a shakeout. It was basing at the low of a wide range red bar. That's typically a no-no. But look, that's a shakeout. Tried to go lower, and then lower prices were rejected. Stock went sideways, right? And then broke out. That was a beauty. That was actually kind of made my, I know it made my day yesterday. Here, what was the date yesterday? 12/7. I always take a picture of my P&L so I can just go back and take a look if I want to. That was the NCS, right? $1,700. Beautiful trade. Made my day. So again, you have to be careful about following all these metaphors or all these sayings on Wall Street, right? That's why I often say the low-hanging fruit is a metaphor that works in real life, right? Doing the simplest, easiest work that produces the best results. But in trading, it's really the opposite. It's doing the hard stuff that works. Like I said, buying high and selling higher rather than trying to buy low and selling higher. When I first started trading, what I always tried to do was buy the stocks that were in a downtrend because again, I wanted to feel probably in hindsight, now I can tell why, is because I wanted to feel smarter than everybody else. I wanted to pick the bottom. And, and then of course, a bear stock, where does it go? Lower, lower, right? Trying to pick the bottom is a losing proposition in most cases. Sometimes when the stock goes climactic, or as I showed you in the VCO, when there's a reason to get involved in something like this, the novice gap, the breakdown failure, and then plus the 5-minute breakout, right? That's a breakout. That's fine. That's fine. When you have very specific reasons. That's why education is needed, honestly, because you need to understand when it's okay to do certain things and when it isn't, right? All right, guys, that's just kind of what I wanted to share with you today. I hope you enjoyed that quick lesson, and have a great weekend. I'll talk to you hopefully next week. I'm in the black room all day, every day, so come on by and stop by if you'd like to. Can reach out to T3 customer service, just customer service at t3live.com, or just go to the website and you can contact us directly there. Have a great weekend again. Talk to you soon.